here's your host, Big G and DJ Bizz.
Good evening, and welcome to another installment of Music Biz 101 on the Vent Radio Network. You need to call somebody right now and tell them that we're on live. We have a very hot topic tonight and some very distinguished guests from the entertainment industry. Our topic tonight is simply, why do young artists of today think that they must give their music away for free on mixtapes? Okay? You can listen in live on ventradio.net. My name is Big G, along with
Marisol
and your boy DJ Blast.
Darnisha, Miss Queen T.
Okay, now let's go around the round table right quick, and I want to go to Peggy first. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do in the industry and how people can contact you.
Well, mainly I work in the area of artist development. I work with entertainment industry hopefuls, people who are freshmen in the game looking to break into the music industry. I've worked many years in the industry. I worked at Universal, Motown Records, worked close with Michael Bivins, on Sporty Rich Enterprises, as well as Bizz 10 Records, and used to be an artist myself on MCA Records. So that's a little bit of my background in the entertainment industry, and I can be reached at peggybody@gmail.com.
Okay, thank you, Peggy. Let's move over to Miss Darnisha.
Hi. Basically, I broke through the industry on my own, just starting off as a manager, A&R, promoting independent artists all around the nation. I got a big buzz on myself and became international, and I did all that by myself. I currently was with another entertainment company, and things didn't go so well. So, I was there for 5 months. I picked up a lot of knowledge and experience that we did also, distribute through Universal as well. Now I'm with Orangutan Royal Music Group, and I'm a marketing director and A&R there. We offer a lot of different services, including promotional, marketing, major label and artist distribution. That's regional, national, and worldwide, as well as, some of our artists are platinum-selling artists, and they come in and out of the country. They toured in Australia, London, Japan, Canada, to name a couple. And just got off the tour with Rick Ross, Dot Mouth, and the Lost Boys, along with Nice and Smooth, Be Nice, as well as Bobby Drinking It, are some of our artists.
So is it safe to say that you have a lot of experience in the industry?
Yes.
Okay. How can people contact you? How can our listeners contact you if they need to?
Okay, well, I'm on Twitter and Facebook. You can look me up on Facebook as Darnisha Goldmine Goddess Moore. And on Twitter and Instagram is Cubano Love 30.
Okay. Thank you, Darnisha. Let's move on quickly to Queen T.
Hey, what's up, listeners? This is Miss Queen T. Basically, I started being a fan of music. I was a fan of Mims, this Slum Hot New York rapper. He brought me on as a team, basically running his promo team with all different like Team Mims, Kentucky Team Mims, Michigan, or that sort. So basically, I ran that, and I met a lot of people working with his network. So, and that opened many doors with me working and booking for him, as such as Little Scrappy, the Party Boys I've met, and now I'm currently working with
Flesh and Bone Global. I work a lot hands-on with Bone Thugs and Harmony. So I work with them. And Decisive Marketing and Advertisement, shout out to them. That's the promo company I work with.
Mm-hmm.
I started radio after I started working with a lot of independent artists. A lot of independent artists started coming to me and looking for different resources. And that was all over the world. And so I started radio. I started Next to Blow Radio with my partner, Magasia. She's out in Miami. And we've been going strong for 2 years. We do showcases all over. Our listener base is all over. And I do a lot of local stuff as well here in Minnesota. I'm with a label called God Body Entertainment. Shout out to them. And then also, I do a lot of club promoting out here, concerts, venues, open mic showcases, talent shows. I promote anything from clothing lines to DUI programs to, hip-hop conventions, anything, you name it, I'm a part of. And I try to dip my hands into a little bit of everything.
So we got a lot of experience on today's show. That's great. How can our listeners contact you if need be?
Well, I'm all over. If you're not on Twitter, I'm on Twitter. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything is just Miss Queen T. That's MZQUEENT. And just Google it. A lot of stuff will come up. The email is missqueent@gmail.com or missqueentpromotions@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, let's get right off into this thing. We have a very special guest on who is an artist. He goes by the name of Loose Cannon. Loose, are you with us, brother?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Okay, so we're going to get right off into this thing. And, Luce, we're going to talk to you a little bit more as the show moves along. You pretty much are the only male on the show tonight, and we did that for a reason. So let's get right into it. Our topic tonight, guys, is why do young artists feel or believe that they must give their music away for free in order to be successful in today's music industry? I want to go right to Peggy. Peggy, you have the floor.
Well, as everybody would agree, that technology has created a lot of avenues to be seen, whereas normally artists, really couldn't get to the record labels to submit their music to be heard and to be seen or considered. I think that avenues such as YouTube and even MySpace at one point, when that one was pretty popular, offered an avenue for artists to go and be seen and be heard, by a large, genre of people. And I think that while the technology has created that avenue, that people are forgetting to use a strategy outside of just posting and outside of, just allowing people to see their projects and making it work in a better way for them. So I think that that the use of technology has created an avenue, but I think artists are getting away from a plan on how to market themselves.
Okay, very interesting. Let me pose that same question from the topic to Queen T.
This is my thing. I think it's a smart move for me. That's my opinion. Is like a lot of artists do it, and I think it's a good strategy to get the buzz going. And there's all different types of avenues where you can put your music. As far as Reverb, all the mixtapes, SoundCloud, but then also on the websites, you can also have options to where they can purchase the music. Let's say I start rapping today. What do I look? I mean, a lot of people ain't going to go out there and start buying my music. So I feel like, the artists would want to go out there and promote their music for free and get the buzz before they start charging. For example, artist that, August Alsina, he's pretty known right now. And he put it on his 2 mixtapes for free. He just dropped the album on Tuesday, and now people are buying it. So he did the touring, he did all that, he gained the buzz, and now he dropped the album. So I think it's a good strategy to, send it out for free. But yet I know some artists that will have some of their tracks like the people that do actually like the music that he's giving up for free, where they still can purchase it.
Okay. So you think that it's a good strategy then?
Yes, I think it is.
Okay.
But I know a lot of artists, though. I'm sorry. I know a lot of artists that will go out, and I deal with it every day, like I deal with a print company. So artists will give their music for free, but they'll still sell it in the streets. Okay, it's $5. So there's this different strategy you can do with it. But, if they're not going to pay the $5, they'll still give that mixtape for free. But there's supporters out there, like, for example, me, I'll get a random artist come to me every day, and will you support my mixtape? I'll give them $10. They'll be like, oh, well, I'm only charging $5. I'll give them a 10. Say, keep the change, keep doing it, and I'll listen to it. I would, like I said, I do an event every week, every Tuesday, and I had three new artists come to me that I didn't know, and I bought it. I never heard of them, but I bought it.
Well, let me ask you this, Queen. If the guy is selling the mixtape for $5, and you want to support him in such a way that you actually give him $10, isn't that kind of saying that you understand that music should be paid for?
Yes, I mean, it should be paid for, but, I honestly hustle, you know what I'm saying? Because I know they had to put money into, printing them CDs or whatnot. Because I know behind the scenes. So, but I know the hustle of, trying to get the buzz up going. So that's just giving me, because I know there's not a lot of people out there that will buy music that they don't know. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of gives them an extra push, like, oh, hey, maybe I can continue doing this. Maybe I can make more money in the future. So it just kind of gives them the extra push.
No, I understand. Okay, let me move on to Darnisha out of Atlanta, Georgia. Darnisha, give us your opinion on the topic.
Well, I believe that the main reason any artist drops free singles and mixtapes is to be seen and heard, initially gaining exposure for their brand and their music, as well as building a fan base. But every artist's main priority is to sell records and build a buying fan base. I believe that releasing the free music is a form of love that shows, love to the fan base that they're trying to gain. But however, all the time and money placed into these projects should pay off for these artists, and that's what gets them very frustrated if they don't understand the industry as far as strategy and risk. Typically, mixtapes take their fans off the main focus. Like, most successful artists stick to the recipe of dropping single by single and then investing in the success and growth of that single. And there are other ways in building a fan base besides giving away their music as an independent artist. Sometimes a couple sacrifices are necessary depending on who you know, where you've been, and what your budget is. You know what I'm saying?
And what kind of sacrifices are you speaking to?
Well, that's what I'm saying, that given the free music and their hard time in the studio, and the print off.
Okay, go ahead. We just had another guest join us. Go ahead, continue, please.
I'm just saying that basically all of the time and hard work that they put into this mixtape or this single, I understand the sacrifice of posting it free on all of those websites that are available, because it is a digital world, and that will gain you, the exposure that you need a little faster. But I believe, hands-on, groundwork, touring, being up in the face of people that you want to like you, it's not all about just getting away, and then you got to do all that stuff. That's going to, it's going to jack your budget up. You're going to need a budget for those things. So, you know, in this business nowadays, it's 90% business and 10% music. So, I mean, I can probably, you know, release a track that Scooby-Doo made, and as long as he's, you know, got the budget to back it, we can make it international. It's going to blow up. It just depends on who you know, where you've been, and what your budget is.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I want to bring the newest member of our team here at Vent Radio in and let her chime in. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Marty Soul. Marty Soul is the host of the Detroit Takeover.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing tonight?
Hey, what's up?
Good.
Hello.
All right, so, you know, I am an artist, and I do feel that it is important to drop a mixtape, especially when you're trying to introduce yourself to a new audience, get your name out there. And I believe sometimes it does take a little bit of money to make a little bit of money to pay for some promos and for some advertising, you know, to hit Facebook, to hit Twitter, all that stuff. But a hot mixtape will definitely create a buzz and get your name out there. So I'm all for the mixtapes.
Okay, cool. Let me, there's another gentleman that just entered the show. So could you introduce yourself to the rest of the panel?
Yo, what's good? This is Anthony.
Anthony. And where you calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta.
Okay. All right. Are you familiar with our topic, Ant?
I've been briefed in on it about it a little bit. I think we're talking about the controversy of mixtapes versus, I guess the whole thing about mixtapes, right?
Okay. Well, let me just ask you directly, Ant. Do you think that is a good idea? Well, here's the topic. I'm sorry. The topic is, why do young artists of today feel or believe that they must give their music away for free in order to be successful in our industry today? And I'd like to get your thoughts on that. You're a producer, right?
Yeah, an artist.
Okay, and an artist. Okay, excuse me. Okay, well, Ant, chime in on the topic, man, and tell us what your thoughts are.
Well, I mean, I guess a lot of people feel that mixtapes are the relevant thing to do. In my opinion, particularly in the rap and R&B industry, because it's you know, people are under the emphasis that it's faded away a little bit, and it's hard to make a sale when you're selling your music. So people just think they need to give their music away for free, you know, in order to make people like them. But as far as me as an artist, you know, I believe in the traditional way of marketing myself, and I'm not necessarily for mixtapes, you know, because I believe if you want to build yourself, and if you want to build longevity for yourself as an artist, you know, it's always best to follow those traditional models of marketing music. You know, now today we had a better advantage because the independent artist has so much opportunity to get their music out in so many avenues and reach out to so many people versus, you know, back in the day or whatever, you know, so many more radio stations reaching out to the world. You know, people are being grabbed from everywhere. So,
Absolutely.
You know, the music. I'm sorry?
No, go ahead, brother. I was agreeing with you.
My bad. To give music away for free, I mean, you know, it's not necessarily me, because I believe, you know, once you start to put out product, you know, it's only right. Hello?
We here, brother.
I'm sorry, somebody was calling in on my other line here. My bad. It's right that you know, sell your music, because when you think about it, every other genre like rock and roll, country, pop, you know, nobody else is doing mixtapes, you know, and all of those artists are successful in finding their avenues and building their niches, you know, as artists themselves. You know, I think rap music is a lot more trendier than the other genres also, because once one man made it off of rapping, I mean, once one man made it off of mixtape, everybody else figured, oh, whoa, we need to throw mixtapes out there. You know, maybe we could find that way. Or, oh, you know, they got famous off of that one single, that catchy hit. We need to follow, you know, that pathway. You know, everybody's switching up. So I guess the most successful time was when everybody was getting out mixtapes for free, and it looked like success, but it wasn't really a success for the artist as far as building longevity.
Well, I think thank you, brother. That was very very interesting the way you put that out there. I think that the problem today with music as a whole is that the young artists today, they don't really understand the history of hip hop and how it came about. Mixtapes started out for sale, and the artists out of New York would do mixtapes to encourage the major labels to sign them to a record deal. So now we see we get I don't want to call any names because I don't want to diss anybody, but we got all sorts of sites where these kids are uploading their music and getting nothing from it. And I'm not even sure that they're getting exposure because it's so much out there that, in my opinion, it's kind of like if you go to the candy store. It's like, if you like jelly beans, then you want jelly beans. But if you go in the store and it's just candy everywhere you look, well, a kid is just going to go crazy and just say, I want some candy. You know what I'm saying? So let me bring DJ E-Blast to the discussion.
What's up, man? It's DJ E-Blast, your co-host. And I want to let Ant-Man tell everybody what you do and how they can reach you right now.
Well, you can definitely find me on my website, www.anttheman. I got a couple of tracks up there listed, but I'm working on my first album, which is called I'm not gonna release the title yet. It's not a final on the title yet, but it should be coming out sometime by the end of the spring. And you can also find me on everything, Anttheman Live, ANTDAMAN Live. So that's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.com/Anttheman Live. Okay. Also, I'm on Reverb Nation. I'm not really active on Reverb Nation as much because I started going with the SoundCloud platform, so you can find me on there, SoundCloud.com, Anttheman also.
Okay, there it is. Okay, what I want to do is I want to move to Loose Cannon. I want to ask Loose Cannon, as an artist, I'm from the old school. As an artist, you tell me what's wrong with going out, doing shows, gaining the fan base that way, the way older hip-hop artists done and they trying to become successful.
Well, and honestly, there's nothing wrong with going out there and performing and getting your face known. Honestly, as me being an up-and-coming artist and just learning, I feel that's the best way right now to really get going is, making yourself known far as in the public eye where people can see you perform. It doesn't matter if it's at a open mic, starting from the bottom with it. And as I've just been listening to everybody, touch this topic, I've been doing a lot of research just as an artist, and I just wanted to share this with the entire room. As I pay attention to music as a whole, back in the 60s, I want y'all to know that to go gold, you had to sell 1 million copies. Today, to go gold, you got to sell 500,000. Back in the 60s, to sell with the go platinum, you had to sell 2 million. Today, you only have to sell 1 million. And I know that it's a reason why those numbers have plummeted because we have the internet now where everything is free. Everything is free. Like I have 2 mixtapes out right now, and they're free downloads on all the sites that you can find the entire world on. You know what I mean? And as I just put my stuff up and notice that my hits are not getting the same hits as a Chief Keef, or my hits are not getting the same hits as a Young Jeezy, I mean, it's all a reason for that because, one, I'm not out there performing every other day like these guys. And there's a lot of guys that's independent out here that's performing more than these cats that's on majors. Absolutely. And that's just a real, that's a real important factor when you're trying to build a career, and I just feel like a lot of the artists that dropping mixtape now, a lot of these guys ain't really rapping, man. This is a hobby and it's a trend.
All right, I agree there.
Everybody wants to do it, so that's how you come up with all the free stuff because at the end of the day, it's a lot of people that really just do music and don't feel like they have value to it. And I was that artist before.
Okay, well, Luce, We didn't give people a chance to know who you are. Tell everybody who you are and how they can reach you and what you do.
Well, again, my name is Luce Cannon. I'm a recording artist. I'm a graphic designer. I'm a producer. I'm a DJ, film technician. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at LuceCannon1. That's LOOZE. Cannon, CANNON, and the number 1. You also can get at me on my official website, LuceCannon.com. And also get my new record, New Jack Swing. It's on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, and also LuceCannon.com.
There we go. Okay, moving along. Mighty Soul.
What's up, for?
Address the panel.
Hello, everybody, again. I am Mighty Soul, and yeah, I'm going to back up Luce Cannon with everything he just said. I already said I am for mixtapes. I feel it's a good way to introduce yourself to the crowd and to the audience and to gain some listeners.
Well, let me ask you this, Marty. You said that you feel it's good and you're entitled to that opinion, and I understand and I respect it.
OG Media, FBG, Decisive Marketing.
Okay. Welcome, brother.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt like that.
Oh, no problem, no problem. This is how we do it on Music Biz 101. How many artists do you know of that have built a fan base through their mixtape?
Most of the artists, that's what they do. That's what you do.
Oh, okay. All right, let me bring Peggy back into the show. Peggy, how long have you been in the industry?
Wow. I'm going to say at least 25 years.
Of those 25 years of being in the industry, working on the major side and the independent side, how many artists have you seen personally that have found success from giving their music away?
Personally, I don't know any. I do know that, you can kind of create a buzz just letting people know that you're out there. But as far as giving the music away for free, whether that be streaming online with YouTube, or I think it brings awareness and it allows the person to hear the song and allow them to be familiar with the artist by having that, advertisement. Hey, my music is out here. Hey, I'm an artist. Hey, check me out. And, sometimes they do have the opportunity of getting a lot of hits depending on how creative they are with with it in order to make people listen. And, some people, do very well, and some, like Justin Bieber, who are here, was discovered from a YouTube video. So some can find success by exposing themselves through social media.
But Justin Bieber never put out a mixtape.
Right, I get you. Right, I agree. But and that's the difference. I think, giving your music away for free in that way allows the exposure. But as far as the mixtapes, and I think I kind of forgot that was part of the subject. I like the idea of the mixtape for the unknown artist. I do.
Did you see the season finale?
I forgot to DVR it.
Don't sweat it. You can just catch up on demand.
I can't do that with satellite.
Well, with Xfinity On Demand, all the latest episodes are right there for you. Am I right, Terry?
Time to man up.
That sounds amazing. And I'm ready to man up. Hey, dude.
You talking to me, dude?
No. I was talking to Terry.
Time to man up.
Listen to Terry.
Awesome is catching up on the latest shows from the top 4 networks with Xfinity.
Okay, this is DJ E-Blast. The new cat that came to the panel, what was your name?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, what was your name, man?
Me, Jay Norton.
Jay Norton?
I'm out of Cleveland, Ohio. Probably most familiar, I deal with Bone Thugs and Harmony, Flesh and Bone. Lazy's independent label, and a few, other solo acts.
Okay. Are you familiar with the topic of tonight's show?
I'm catching bits and pieces, and I'm thinking is it wise or does it make sense to give away mixtape music?
Correct. Pretty much. Let's get your intake on that.
Well, yeah. From my perspective, to keep it 1,000, it's a great thing that the internet has opened up different avenues, different Howard here. Artists. Okay, yeah, and this is my homeboy just came in, Howard. He's CEO of Decisive Marketing, so he helps artists with mixtapes, and independent artists get promotions that the mainstream artists get access to at a wholesale rate. But on the mixtape level, that's a great promotional tool. For one, if you think about it, even with the mainstream artists, they buy your material, so the fact that you reach back out to the fans, it's almost showing them love. It's almost like customer appreciation, and you put material out there that they can access that they don't have to purchase. That gets the word of mouth going, and then eventually when you drop, your album that you sell, maybe after 1 or 2 mixtapes are released in the streets, you get a larger volume of people that run out to buy your album, to buy your material, to show support. So it helps the mainstream artists, independent artists. They had an avenue to put this material out on the internet. Now, as far as giving it away, to me, you don't exactly give it away, but you use it as an avenue or a tool to draw in a fan base or attract people to your site, attract people to your material, to the things that you do sell. And it also creates a fan base that helps you when you go out and you're doing shows and you're eating on the road, because now they got access to the material or to how you sound, and then that also generates sales at the clubs. It generates sales when you drop your material, when you out there trying to sell your merchandise, when you got the albums and you got people working the crowd. It creates a familiarity among the people. So you never actually give it away. It's just, it's a good tool to use to help draw traffic to you.
Okay, that's an interesting point, brother. Let me ask you this. The artists that you represent and work with, do you all sell product at your shows?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I'll give you an example. Flesh and Bone. Flesh and Bone, his line is FBG. Even though he's Bone Thugs and he can sell material with the Bone Thugs label on it, but now you got 5 co-owners in this label, so it's a 5-way split. So to also generate extra income, he promotes his independent label, which is Flesh and Bone Global. You get the same thing from Crazy Bone, who promotes The Life. You get the same thing from Busy Bone that promotes, used to be 7 Sign, I think it's Oracle now. So even in the group setting where they all can collect a check off of pushing the Bone Thugs brand, they still push their individual entities because those checks, they don't split. And according to the merchandise, if it's good, the material good, your fan base will purchase it.
Okay, very interesting. We appreciate you. Let's go to your partner. Brother, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. No, I had to unmute with the, I'm at home right now, so I wanted to make sure I had no background noise. Okay. What was your question?
Tonight's topic is why do young artists of today believe or feel that they have to give their music away for free to be successful in today's music industry? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts on that is because they're not as knowledgeable as they should be on how to market themselves, and they're giving away too much of their money to various people that are taking advantage of that fact. And I think that they think they're underselling. I think they're underselling themselves because they don't know their true value, because no one's actually giving them the opportunity to prove themselves.
All right.
Good point, my man. How long have you been in the industry?
Advertising and media or entertainment?
We'll just say the whole ball of wax. Excuse me.
The whole ball of wax. I have been in sales and media/advertising for about 4.5, 5 years, and I got involved in entertainment, believe it or not, just about 7, 8 months ago.
Okay, let me ask you this. would you give your advertising campaigns away for free?
Not at all. Not at all.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Well, for the simple fact that as an agency, we don't charge for our services. We get paid by the networks, and we're giving everything at the network retail prices. So for us to give it away, we wouldn't be making any profit whatsoever and be in the hole, and nobody's in business for that.
And you wouldn't be able to do business with the network, correct?
We can significantly discount. You know what I mean? But it's not something we can do for free, although we do have avenues that you can get free. We know how to utilize social sites. We know how to utilize word of mouth. We have people out on the street. We have people in clubs. We have promoters, DJs. We have we have our own network of people that we work with that if the payoff was for a future profit, I'm sure we could work something out. But now what we can offer you.
Okay.
I'm being real about it. I don't.
I feel you, man. This is what makes a great show. Music Biz 101 is to enlighten and educate young artists and producers and managers, whoever works in this industry. We're trying to teach them how to understand that this is a business and how to gain income as well as fame.
Right.
Amen.
And what my biggest problem with everyone and you guys will know what I'm talking about, the various people that I have spoken to so far, the only problem that I see is that there are so many people out there taking advantage of the fact that the knowledge isn't there, that everybody's getting overpriced for so many things. It's like, why are they doing it at all? They're in the negative. They're sitting there in the hole, singing or rapping or grouping their little hearts out and not making a damn dime, and they're still sitting on the same street corner.
Wow.
To me, that's a fucking shame. Excuse my language.
Preach.
Loose Cannon. Koala Gang Music presents Loose Cannon. He's headed in like Nino Brown. New Jack Swing. Get New Jack Swing at iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, and all digital download outlets. Loose Cannon, presented by Koala Gang Music. I hit the club with my bros, you know that VIP. I do my New Jack Swing.
Let's bring Loose Cannon back to the mic.
Yes, sir.
So, how do you feel what the gentleman out of Cleveland just stated about marketing and not being paid for your art and your art form?
I totally agree with what the guy said. I feel that's if a lot of people thought, if not even a lot, if the industry as a whole, it doesn't matter what type of business you're in the industry, because there's so many of them, but if everyone had that thought process, I don't even think it'd be free mixtapes. It wouldn't be free mixtapes. So, overall, all I can do is just agree with that.
Well, let me ask you this, Luce. You have 2 mixtapes in the marketplace right now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Have you reaped anything from those mixtapes that you could deem as a positive for your career?
I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say no. And the reason why I say yes and no, honestly, when I put it out there, I know for a fact that I have a good core of close to 1,000 straight followers of what I do. So when I put it out for free,
to your phone, please.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I said, of course, like I just knowing my following, I have at least, up to 800 to 900, close to 1,000, loyal listeners. And me putting those mixtapes out, it was me just, trying to stay relevant with them so, they could still, mess with my artistry. But, once I dropped them on the internet and I made a few hard copies, I reaped, a benefit of making, a couple $100 just off selling it to people I know. But at the end of the day, it just got to a point like, okay, I'm just selling this to people I know. And that, at the end of the day, that's cool, but it's not going to get me where I need to be, and that's really why I start. Okay.
I'm sorry. No, let me ask you this. I think we got your point. Out of those 1,000 followers or however many that number is, what would you say would be the percentage that you have made off of 1,000 people? Would that be $10, $2, $100?
Probably with my latest mixtape, I'll probably say 200.
Okay, cool. Let's go back out to Atlanta, GA.
Answer man, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I want you to rebuttal what that young gentleman said. He spoke some good knowledge.
Well, I can't really rebuttal because I'm in full compliance. You know, being that I don't really, I don't believe in mixtapes at all. You know, like I said, I feel like artists really sell themselves short. But I do want to one thing that Jay Nork, I think his name was, he said is you know, a lot of people, and this is kind of, you know, going off of what I said also, you know, a lot of rappers, it's a lot of people that rap. You know, it's a lot of people that rap. They find it's easier to do than singing. It's easier to do than getting the band or playing the guitar or whatever. You just get on the mic, spit what you done went through, and you think you got a hit. You could have a hit or you couldn't have a hit. You tried. It's easier. You know, the risk is easier if you rap. And you're like, if I don't make it, oh well. You know, I rapped. You know, I didn't go through years and years of vocal training. And years of learning how to, you know, play the drums and piano and all of that all together, you know. You didn't have to go through all that. You know, all you had to do was listen to Jay-Z, get pumped up off of him, and then next thing you know, you trying to do it yourself. You know, and a lot of and I feel like a lot of people, you know, see that as a hobby, you know, and that's why, and another thing you said, a lot of people are, you know, we got open mics out there, we got a lot of you know, a lot of people that's actually taking money from the artists, and it's confusing people because they think they're going to go to the open mic and win off of an open mic and make it and get signed. You're going to get signed, you're going to sell yourself for short because you haven't really built the fan bases, and that's what the labels want to see, if they are going to sign you and make money off of you, and if you want to be successful. So as far as the mixtapes goes, you know, it's like, you know, you're giving yourself away, you know, and you know, though some people may have been successful off of it. You look at Master P, you know, he had his mixtape, he was selling it. You look at you look at T.I., they were selling the mixtape, you know.
And what is Master P worth today?
And man, it's unbelievable. It's crazy, and it's still going.
I think when I last checked, it was $400 million and climbing.
Ooh, yeah, and see that's and a lot of artists nowadays look at that, they get inspired by it, and you know, they say, hey, let me rap, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I like to look at the ways that rock and roll groups come up, you know, by doing shows. And a lot of, you know, artists back in maybe the 70s or whatever, you know, how they went about building their fan base at live shows, you know, and then they sell the product, sell the merchandise and everything at the live shows or whatever. And then, you know, and nowadays it's like you rapping. It's like the open mics are really snagging. They're making money off of us. You know, the tables have turned now. Now,
yeah,
open
because
mics are saying,
the liquor is selling. The door is making money.
Right. And let alone you got your little artist who done came out his back room. You know, he done recorded, you know, what he think is a hit with the sock over the mic. And he done came up in there and tried to spit it. He didn't even know to take the words off of the beat, you know, so people could hear him better. He didn't think about none of that. You know, he just said, let me go out there and try it. Pay him a little 10. Hopefully I win, you know?
Okay, man. Well, listen, let me go to Miss Queen. Miss Queen, you still out there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, let's get your intake on what Anthony Man just spoke on. How do you feel about what he said?
On who?
Anthony Man, what he was just saying about he feel like open mic nights is misleading to artists. How do you feel on that?
You would say that because I run an open mic night, huh?
Well, that's why I got
well, I mean, no, not to say okay. Not before you, not to say that open mics. I mean, I won an open mic, you know what I'm saying. So I ain't good off of that, but you know what I'm saying. In the long run, you know that wasn't where I wanted to stop at.
Okay. No, it's cool. I totally understand because, like I said, I don't only do the open mic, but I also, promote for artists. I also, help manage artists somewhat. So I see both sides of the story. But what I do is, as far as open mics, yeah, we're eating good off the open mic, but you got to realize it's just open mic. The open mics that I run, you're not winning nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just an open mic. It's a
why
party.
am I doing it?
You're doing it to gain exposure. You're doing it because, okay, you're going to hit the stage. You're going to get other people that are not just in there. They're maybe just, having a drink or want to watch the show. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting, like, for example, we had artists come out, you know what I'm saying, and when they get off stage, people may buy your merchandise. So it's open mic. Anybody can come out. So you're going to gain exposure if you're good or not or whatever. If you're good, obviously you're going to gain the exposure and people are going to be like, yo, I like that. Where can I find your music? And I got a mixtape right here. Buy it right now. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said last night, I bought three mixtapes from somebody that I'd never seen, but I saw them perform. They came up to me and I bought it.
People got to start somewhere.
Well, Miss Queen, let me tell you this. I'm not against the open mic nights because one of my younger brothers, he was at an open mic night, and he did a song, and when he left the stage, that's how he met Lil Jon. And he wound up doing a song that's called Freakin'. And that's how he got on Social Death. Really, it came from an open mic night. A guy heard him doing some music there, and they put him in touch with Lil Jon, and they connected and built a friendship and a relationship. And
you got to realize... And then at my open mics, we try to connect with a lot of different things. Like last night we had a competition. Artists, you get there, you sign up, and the winner, not for Lil Durk. We've done it for E40. We've done it for T.I. We've done it for Young. Do a lot of different things. So it really depends what type of open mic you're going to. You got to check more into it. What you're going to get out of the open mic. And you got to see if there's going to be a crowd or, I'm a promoter, so I'm going to get people in there regardless of, or whatever. So you got to start from somewhere, like how we said.
So you're going to
Yeah, you absolutely have to start from somewhere. But that's always been a part of the entertainment industry, starting from somewhere. However, when you get hungry and you're driving down a road on your way to the open mic, and you see a McDonald's, when you pull up in there, you got to pay for a combo meal. Right?
Okay.
Is that true?
Yeah, they're going to give it to you for free, right?
Yeah, see, my point is that McDonald's has placed a certain value on their combo meals. Is that correct? So,
that's correct.
If you're going to an open mic night, well...
See, everybody knows McDonald's. Nobody knows Marty's Soul, so you got to get your name out there.
Yeah, okay, but that's true, Marty.
I don't like McDonald's personally.
But guess what? Wait a minute, guys. This is interesting. I'm glad you did that, Marty. Guess what McDonald's did? They put up the golden arches.
And they also put out buy one Big Mac, get the second one free. So you got to be able to...
But the first part of that was buy. Buy one, get the second one free.
You are right. However, nobody knows the artist, so you gotta put your name out there.
Okay, well let me.
Sorry. Excuse me, Mr. Cannon.
I have someone just sit there in the chat.
Shout out.
Okay, listen.
Let them talk.
It's the chat that's coming in asking if you don't have mixtapes, open mic nights, etc. How do an artist build a fan base in today's industry? That's coming through Skype. Somebody elaborate on that.
Can I jump in a little bit?
Yeah.
If I can interject, just because I'm unknowledgeable, can I ask a question? What's the difference if it's a mixtape or an album? Either way, you got to promote it and market it the right way to get the exposure to make sales.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So there's always going to have to be a budget.
Well, a lot of people, just listening.
I mean, they just don't understand. It's not traditional hip hop anymore. Back in the day when Curtis Blow and everybody could just rap, Big Daddy Kane could rap on the street corners and everybody collabo just on the strength of love. People got to pay for collaborations now. Even for artists that are independent and not known, but they got a hot buzz, they charge.
Well, not to mention airtime and production and things for their own commercials, etc. I mean, if they want to get, you know what I mean? If they want to get, if they want to put a commercial on television, if they want to put a banner ad on the internet, if they want to put streaming commercials on something like, YouTube or iHeartRadio or any of those, there's got to be. It doesn't matter if it's $100 a month. They got to have some kind of budget to pay for what they're going to do.
Okay, so let me get this. What you're saying? You're saying if you got to spend money anyway, your best way to spend money is to put an album out so you can.
It's just like going to college. It's just like
no,
going
that's
to college.
not what I said. I said it doesn't matter what kind of product or service it is. It doesn't matter if it's a mixtape or an album. There's always going to have to be some kind of budget for marketing.
Okay, I understand that. We got you.
Yeah, once you got your finished product. I think somebody sent in something online saying, how do you even get to that point? And for me, I deal with a lot of independent artists with zero budget, and they're trying to figure out how to get it started. And I tell them the first thing you need to do is you have to steer numbers. You got to be able to show. See, now with the internet, you can have a Reverb Nation page and put up an EPK and list your music and your links to your site. Advertise where you can focus on getting all these numbers calculated on one site. You get your YouTube channel together and you put your footage up, but have it all linked to where these numbers add up so that you can possibly get commercials. You can also get internet check quarterly by your CPMs, by the number of clicks per milli. So if you drive in traffic and you get your homeboys together and they drive in traffic to a site, you can collect a check. And then
doesn't YouTube have that now too? YouTube, you can set the account up there for monetization also?
You can set up your own YouTube channels. You can also, now with the internet and internet radio, they got Internet Union. So you register with SoundClick. And you can get paid per spins on internet radio. So you can generate a check. It may be a residual, every 3 months, but shit, it's still income.
Yeah. Well, brother, I'm so glad that you put that out there. That these young artists needed to hear what you just said. In my opinion, and I shouldn't be that opinionated because I am the host, but that was so deep that you just put out there that these young folks need to know it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how Soulja Boy got all his money. They love Soulja Boy. Go follow his model.
Yeah, but
Soulja
see,
Soulja Boy's supposed to be in Atlanta in the ATL May 6th. You're gonna have to follow me for the information. Waka Flocka May 4th, Minnesota, and I'm sorry. There's a battle, $10,000 grand prize battle in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Network and make money. I tell all the independent artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We want to promote. I'm not against anything in this industry. I love this industry. But when I see that the people are being taken advantage of, that's another ball of wax for me. I mean, Reverb Nation, YouTube, and all of those platforms, they're great platforms if used in the proper way.
Exactly,
I see these guys putting their content up there, man, and don't even know how to monetize their content.
Exactly.
And what they need to understand is that when you don't monetize your content, YouTube is going to T-Mobile and Samsung and getting money for your content.
Getting deals. Look at WorldStar. Look at TMZ. All they do is claim other people's footage because the people that post it don't know how to claim it, and then they racking up all these clicks and getting checks.
Yeah,
but as soon as you learn how to claim it, they have to take it down, and they don't complain because they already made enough money off of it.
Every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can come to Music Biz 101 on ventradio.net, and we will give you the information that you need. to make it in the music industry and entertainment industry. I want to thank all of our guests. It has been very enlightening and very productive.
Thank
you for having us.
Okay.
All right, no doubt. Make sure y'all follow me at The Man Live on Twitter, Instagram.
Okay, everybody. Okay, who else wants to?
Have a good night, gentlemen, ladies.
Check me out on my main site and iTunes, Loose Cannon, New Jack Swing.
What's the email?
J Norton FBG, jnortonfbg@gmail.com, and I can link you up whatever sites, information I can give you. Just hit me up, no problem.
This is Big G for
VentRadio.net. Music Biz 101.
We out.